Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Keith Bodley Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Dave Anthony, ahead of today's U15 contest, Team Sask versus UTech. It should be a dandy hockey game as teams will play throughout the day today, tomorrow into Saturday, and hopefully for many teams into Sunday, where they'll try and do their best to position themselves in a way to do the most damage. We will not have the anthem prior to today's game, so we're going to get right into it. We are a little bit behind schedule. So UTech versus Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan wearing their patented green and black jerseys, while UTech is in their red, white, and black attack. Should be a dandy as we get ready to face off here at Keith Bodley. 3 12-minute periods, as you most likely know, and we're so thankful that you're joining us here today. As we get the handshakes from the officials, the teams will get ready to make a whole lot of noise on their bench as they cheer their teams on and look to get a good start here in this first period. UTech in whites, Saskatchewan in green. The ball in the hands of the official, and we're ready to go with the opening of this fall hockey game in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Last second preparations, the noise, the energy, it picks up. And we are ready for ball hockey. First period underway. Saskatchewan's going to chip this one in deep, and they'll hustle onto it and try to start the forecheck early. Good control by UTech as they'll look to break out. Quickly up to the blue line. As far as the face-off dot, now turn back as Saskatchewan will chip it in. Trying to head to the far post is Sask, but UTech able to cut them off and gain control. Good seal of the wall forced UTech around the far side, and Saskatchewan was able to intercept, and they'll play it in deep. UTech looking to get possession and chip this out. Just 40 seconds in. UTech able to get it as far as the red line, and they'll chip it in and go on the chase. Saskatchewan in good position, they'll hustle back, and they don't allow UTech any possession, but a turnover will allow UTech to get a little bit more zone time here. Knocking it down and behind the goal they go. Good ball protection there as UTech makes their way in. Centering pass is off a leg and wide. Chip to the blue line, not far enough to get out of the zone as UTech slides that one through. Good leg check though by Saskatchewan, breaks it up. Now a 2-on-1 form. Hustling up is Robert. Robert tried to centering pass. Chipped in front and the rebound stopped by UTech. Good transition by Saskatchewan early on, but UTech up to the task. Around the goalie goes Robert. Backhands this one around. It'll be intercepted and a penalty will be called. UTech is going to the penalty kill early on. A minute 27 in, UTech will be shorthanded for the first time in this game as a good reverse by the Saskatchewan player down low caused that stick to get in between the legs, and it'll end up being a roughing penalty to Saskatchewan. So the first power play of the game will end up going to Team Sask. Face-off will come to the left-hand side of the goaltender. Neither team has a shot on goal just yet as the penalty heads up onto the board. Saskatchewan will look to win the all-important face-off to get that control early on. UTech will look to get an early clear, and dangerous play there as that ball is loose on the side of the goal. Goaltender thought he had it, but the referee let him play, and Sask got that extra whack and freed it up, but they couldn't make a play after the ball was freed. UTech sends them back 200 feet as they stack the line. Saskatchewan surveys the scene slowly right up the middle of the ice. Wanted to dump it in. Everybody's on side, but they can't make a play. Great job by UTech, and now a foot race into the offensive zone. UTech will get there first. No help though for UTech as they'll look to just kill some time in the corner. Saskatchewan will have to send the extra man down low to try and free that ball up. UTech does, and away they go as far as top of the circle, reversing back below the goal line. UTech walks out in front, but a shot deflected away and into the corner. Saskatchewan now, first minute of their power play is spent being the penalty killer. As now Sask will drive it in and try and set up shop. Hustling onto the far side, 11 in white, rims it around. It gets past everybody and out past the red line, so Sask will have to touch up. Been anything but a powerful power play for Saskatchewan. This will be offside. Nope, they're going to let it go. as it looked like that one rode up the stick of 13 in green. He's able to corral it. And now the captain of Sask will look to set things up. Shot from distance, blocked by the penalty killer. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. The one that drew the power play for Saskatchewan, Robert, receives the pass at the blue line. Again, that floating blue line allows that offensive zone to have all kinds of distance. Shot in, eye level, glove down, and here comes UTEC. Right up center lane. Good defensive stick from Saskatchewan, though, breaks that up. And they get as far as the boards. To the Saskatchewan bench, UTEC stands him up. Final 5 seconds of the man advantage. Saskatchewan did not get a shot on goal other than that little chip shot in the first 5 seconds. We're back to 5-on-5 here in Winnipeg. Saskatchewan and UTEC scoreless. Saskatchewan's got a man alone in front. And a great defensive stick by UTEC breaks that up. And they're allowed to clear it, but that'll be flooring against Team White. So the faceoff coming back inside UTEC territory. Saskatchewan won't be happy with that power play. They had decent ball control, but after they had the clear originally, UTEC really put the pressure on, didn't allow Sask any offensive zone time, let alone any entry. And the best chance actually came from UTEC down low, short-handed. So Saskatchewan not able to build any momentum. 8:18 to go, opening period, still scoreless as this ball gets cleared all the way out and down the floor. Hustling back is Saskatchewan as UTEC will look to maybe build a little momentum after that solid kill. Saskatchewan chips it off the wall and away they go. Stretch pass intended for Armstrong is out of his reach, and now UTEC fires this off a stick and out of play. Momentum swings are so pivotal in these type of games. You want to establish early. UTEC got that penalty kill. Now Sask will look to maybe wrestle a little bit back with under 8 to go in the opening period. Face off in the offensive zone for the green and black. A little direction by the official, and now we've got the drop, and UTEC steals and will get it as far as the blue line, trying to one-hand it out, but unable to do so is the white and red. Hammered right back in by Clemmer as Saskatchewan will look to keep this one in again. Clemmer towards the goal. Couldn't get a friendly bounce as it drifted wide. Centering pass off the post as that stays out as Saskatchewan pushes back a little. This will force UTEC to knock it all the way down, and this will have enough for flooring, so it'll come all the way back. Great push by Saskatchewan. That point shot got all the way through, and while nobody got a tip on it in front, it got cycled back to the front of the net, and then a quick little chipper went right off the base of the post, but it stayed out and it remains scoreless here at the Keith Bodley in Winnipeg. Face-off once again inside Saskatchewan's offensive zone, where they've been above average in the face-off circle so far in this game, and UTEC's going to get a much-needed face-off win there and look to control. Rimmed around the wall, Saskatchewan pressures and forces UTEC back. Now Saskatchewan will take the ball and try and establish a forecheck. A pass through the slot goes untouched, and away comes UTEC. All the way in, nice move. Man's loose on the side, over, and it rims high off a stick. And that ends up out of play as UTEC counterpunches in this scoreless opening period. Great transition there after Saskatchewan forced a turnover in the offensive zone. It was UTEC that was able to gut it out and then come 200 feet. Great job to leap to the far post. That pass was there, but it was telegraphed, the stick in the way, and the best chance of the game ends up going up and out of play. Good stick checks by both sides forced this ball as far as the blue line, now dumped in. UTEC walks it out in front, spinning and firing, but a good takeaway there by Saskatchewan, forces the shot wide. This gets chipped off a defender and out into neutral territory, so Saskatchewan will get a change in as UTEC looks to catch him. Stretch pass into the offensive zone. They now use the half to their advantage. The goaltender getting into it a little bit. Neither goalie's been overly busy. Now we're going to get a penalty to Saskatchewan as a UTEC player shaken up on the side of the goal. Saskatchewan, who had the first power play of the game, will go to the penalty kill, and we have a down player for UTEC. We're waiting to see if a trainer will head on out there. It looks like they're playing rock, paper, scissors to see who may go attend to the young man, but he gets up on his own and will hopefully be all right. So the first power play of the game for UTEC in this scoreless game with 6:21 to go. Good news is the shaken up player is making his way to the bench under his own power, and his teammates will give him pats on the back and thanks for earning them a power play and a chance to crack this scoreless draw. 77 in white looks like he's going to be just fine as his team will take to the man advantage. Saskatchewan wins the all-important draw, chips is high off the wall. Back to Saskatchewan property at this moment as UTEC tries to saw off the wall. Saskatchewan clears it to the red line, not out. Kept in by UTEC, who forced this one up the middle of the lane, but it ends up bouncing past everybody, and UTEC will regroup. To the far side, the entry is clean. Getting a little space, UTEC looking to shoot into the glove and out of the glove, and a big stop by the Saskatchewan goaltender, his first of this game with 5:40 to go, still scoreless. UTEC on the power play for another 3 minutes and 15 seconds. This one got into the blue line. It would have been onside, and now this gets fired into the bench area by Saskatchewan from the wrong side of the blue line, so it'll end up being an offensive zone faceoff for UTEC with still a man advantage for 3 minutes and 8 seconds of this 5 minutes and 29 remaining in this opening period. Good kill so far for Sask. Couple of clears, good ball hawking, and not letting anything through the slot. Anytime a player tries to create space through the slot, it's through a wave of sticks and bodies as Sask will push up here, and the captain just about sprung himself on a shorthanded breakaway, but UTEC able to corral it, and now gear up near the top of the blue line. One-timer coming, shot deflected, but just wide. Comes out onto the far side. Good body contact there. Keeps the play alive for UTEC. UTEC to the blue line. Another shot coming, and that's right into the breadbasket of the Saskatchewan goaltender. No rebound as UTEC has 2:42 remaining in a power play that is now starting to cook with gas just a little bit. Couple of shots from distance. You're hoping for either a deflection or potentially a rebound, and a great job by the Sask goaltender to not allow either of that. Offensive zone face-off for UTEC, 5:03 to go. Scoreless opening period. Shot coming from the point. Sask comes out to block. Great job forcing the pass back to the point. A dump in now, and Sask will pressure, and UTEC will try to set up a cycle. They'll go to the top of the blue line, and it bounces past the defender end all the way out. So a break for Sask with under 5 to go. There's a big-time collision as UTEC walks in, and a good stop by Sask, and an extra little shot by UTEC gets the attention of some of the players' parents, but not of the players themselves, as the whistle sounds, and another face-off inside the offensive zone. It is an oven in here in the Keith Bodley as these teams go back and forth trying to find that first goal of this contest. Team Saskatchewan and UTEC scoreless. 4:36 remains, opening period. Saskatchewan plays this off of a UTEC player, and that'll go into the ceiling, and another face-off coming here, but this one will come outside the Saskatchewan zone, so a benefit there for the black and green. Still shorthanded for 2 minutes and 11 seconds. As Sask loses the draw, Burke will give way, and a hard point shot there ends up being deflected up and out of play. I think they're going to say UTEC was the one that deflected it. Yes, indeed. So the faceoff will come outside the Saskatchewan blue line. Still shorthanded. 4:21 to go in the period. 2 minutes even to go in the man advantage for UTEC. Pushing ahead now, but that ball just won't settle down for UTEC. Saskatchewan off the glass and through the legs and outside the zone, as many Saskatchewan parents have made the short trek across the province to watch this game. Here's a break. Burke in. Stopped by Sask. Big time stop by the goaltender as he gets a shoulder on it to keep it scoreless. The bouncing ball ends up out and down the rink with 1:28 to go in the man advantage. Great chance for Burke, but turned away by the Saskatchewan netminder. UTEC with the battle at the blue line. UTEC, nice little move here, trying to make his way in. Poked off though, as Sask will keep them to the outside. UTEC keeps possession of the ball. UTEC surveys from the outside. Snap pass to the slot, broken up. And Saskatchewan will clear it out, and now we got ourselves a foot race, but good job by UTEC to get back. Burke takes the body along the wall, frees the ball up, but UTEC unable to get in. 45 seconds left in this man advantage. Burke from distance, gloved down by the Saskatchewan goaltender, and that'll get another whistle. 3:01 remains, opening period, scoreless, UTEC Saskatchewan here at the Keith Bodley in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Game 1 of 5 yet to come here today. Lots of action all day long in 3 different locations, as fans cheer on both sides. Face off inside Saskatchewan territory to the left of the Saski goaltender. Saskatchewan is playing musical chairs with the person who's going to take the face off, and they decided on a player that lost it, so UTEC gets the draw. Shot coming from the point, and that one got through. Rebound off the post and out. UTEC thought they had the opening salvo. They don't. It remains scoreless. 2:45 to go, 20 seconds in the power play. Saskatchewan waves at that point shot as it goes wide. UTEC keeps it in at the blue line. Half wall as UTEC makes their way in. Good ball protection there, but a good second effort from the Saski D. Keeps everything to the outside. 5 seconds left, man advantage. 2:25 in the period. Bench urging for a shot. It comes, and it's into the chest. Rebound! Pitchfork tie as UTEC comes close, and we're back to 5-on-5. Great kill by Saskatchewan. Good pressure by UTEC. Low to high. Good ball knocked down there by UTEC. Shot comes in well high, and Sask will pick it up and wheel out to the center floor area and into the offensive zone. Everybody's on side. Shot coming, gloved away by UTEC goaltender, and now behind the goal it goes. This one's lifted high into the ceiling, and that'll get a whistle. 1:48 to go in the first period. Scoreless, UTEC and Saskatchewan. As the temperature picks up both in the stands and on the floor in this final moments. Saskatchewan trying to get something going. UTEC breaks it up. They get as far as the red line, and it's turned back. All the way into the offensive zone now. UTEC, good ball protection there. Trying to walk out. Loose ball. Trying to put it on, and that's off the base of the goaltender's pad. Back around, trying to go to the point, under 90 seconds to go. Good chip here by Sask, and now they're away. A breakaway off the pad of UTEC. Rebound off the blocking arm. Good end-to-end action here as things pick up in the final 73 seconds of regulation in the first period. Back the other way is UTEC trying to drive wide. Good protection, and they swept it out in front, and it was a sure tap-in, but the ball just bounced at the last second. There's a sharp angle shot that goes off the side of the goal. Final minute of play, opening period. Things picking up as Saskatchewan drives it in. UTEC hustling around. They play it around the wall. Time for UTEC on the side wall. They're going to give it away. Poke to the blue line. Sask keeps it in. UTEC, though, pressures and has that ball bounce right in front of their bench. Saskatchewan corrals it, trying to put it in front. A diving play to clear it into the corner. Bodies flying all over the place. Under 30 seconds to go. Sask trying to center. UTEC refusing to let them. This gets around the wall, under 20 seconds to go. High and down the boards, not going to have enough for icing. Final 10 seconds as Sask will slow things down, or will they push? They will push, and it's going to cost them. That's a flooring whistle with 4 seconds left. And a little frustration for Saskatchewan as Hamilton knows he wants that play back, as he would have maybe ate it in the corner as opposed to firing it down. 4 seconds left. Critical face-off now for Team Saskatchewan as UTEC will look to get a little offensive zone magic. with the sands of the hourglass running out. A shot will come, but a good block there in front will end the period. Both teams had their chances on the power play. Neither team could find the back of the net. Both goaltenders coming up with some tricky saves, solid defensive play, and we'll take ourselves a break. Scoreless after one here at the Keith Bodley. Back inside the Keith Bodley, scoreless between Saskatchewan and UTEC. Dave Anthony here with the call of today's game at the wonderful Winnipeg complex, as fans have been treated to a dandy back and forth affair, and both teams had some chances, mainly on the power play in that first period, but it remains a scoreless game as we move into the second period. Up through center lane comes Sask. They're turned back. That shot misses the glove of the Sask goaltender, and off the back of the net, UTEC will look to take advantage. Back to the point. Sask closes the lane. Ball doesn't get through. Into the far corner, trying to set up a low to high is UTEC. Now they give it away. Breakaway pass. Here goes Saski all the way in. Great diving stop, but they're going to call a penalty shot. And Saskatchewan will have the first opportunity on a penalty shot. It looked like UTEC got ball first and then leg second, but in the eyes of the official, the Saskatchewan player got taken down with a grade A scoring chance, so we will have ourselves a penalty shot. It'll be Saskatchewan number 6 taking it against the UTEC goaltender. 56 seconds in to period number 2. The away team has a chance to open the scoring. Ball down at the center dot. The final instructions given to both goaltender and player. Player stares down goaltender. Goaltender doesn't flinch. Who will make the first move? Who blinks first? Saskatchewan right up center lane. Picks his spot, makes the move. And he's stopped by the goalie. That one little extra move by the Saskatchewan player as he tried to go forehand, backhand shelf. The goaltender stood his ground, cut off his lane, and it remains scoreless. Good job drawing the penalty shot by Saskatchewan, but a better job by the UTEC goaltender standing his ground and making that save, and we'll see if that gives his team a boost. Saskatchewan puts one towards the goal. That's blocked, doesn't reach the net. It comes all the way back into the center area. Middle floor, back and forth they go. Both teams trying to get possession, unable to do so, and now Saskatchewan with time to regroup. They're going to cough this one up just outside the blue line, hammered back in by Barber. Played around as Saskatchewan just about turns it over, but they're able to play it back down and force UTEC to regroup as there's a body check in the corner that's going to get called. It'll be 43 in green. And another power play for UTEC coming up. They had one opportunity in the first period, unable to get anything going. But UTEC will see if they can do something here. Coming up next, another U15 game, as it will be the U15 boys, Team BC Wolverines versus Team Alberta. Face off inside UTEC's offensive zone. They win that pivotal draw. Now can set up shop. Good pressure by Saskatchewan as the captain just about forced the turnover. High off the glass, off a stanchion, and in control of UTEC. Shot into the glove from distance, and a good stop and cover there by the Saskatchewan goaltender. 10:08 to go, second period, scoreless. Team Sask, Team UTEC. Back and forth we go. Face-off controlled by UTEC. Shot coming, blockered away, big rebound will be picked up by Sask, and it's out and down the ice. Good dish by the goaltenders, got a little bit of speed for Burke through the offensive zone. Pad stop there, kicks it to the defender. Saskatchewan plays this off of UTEC into the air, kept alive by UTEC. Bounced out and down the floor, far enough to force UTEC to check up. 9.5 to go in the period, $1:08 to go in the power play. Nice move, just about split the defender. Bodies fly everywhere as the ball gets to the blue line and poked out. Stretched out there, but they're gonna say it cleared the zone. UTEC will make their way in on a dumping, going on the forecheck. The 291s watch each other as UTEC gets behind the goal. UTEC surveys the scene from Wayne Gretzky's office. I don't know the ball hockey equivalent to Gretzky, so it'll still be Gretzky until further notice, as this gets deflected towards the goal, off of a leg and out to center lane. From the red line area, shot blocked again, turning and firing through traffic, but missing the mark was UTEC. Far side passes, Saskatchewan's goaltenders pounced on that one and grabbed a whistle. 4:82 to go, check that, 8:42 to go, as the heat sets in a little bit more here at the Keith Bodley. 19 seconds to go in the power play. UTEC, Saskatchewan, scoreless. Saskatchewan with the best chance so far on that penalty shot, but UTEC's goaltender making the best save of the game. Face-off in the offensive zone, won by Saskatchewan, so defensively they're able to keep the ball to the outside, at least for now. UTEC uses that extra attacker, and now Saski just pitchforks this one into the netting and out of play. Some instructions from the crowd for UTEC as they look to open the scoring, as some of us look to open a window and get a little airflow. A switch will give the left-handed forward a little chance there, and good shot from the point. But the Saskatchewan goalie could have seen that from home. He had so much room to visualize that as he catches it at eye level and gets the whistle. Power play for UTEC comes to an end. We're back to 5-on-5 with 8:22 to go. The chess pieces moving around as both teams trying to squeeze in changes. UTEC needed that fifth player, and now we're going to get a conference from the officials. Whatever they discussed didn't last long, so they certainly weren't discussing dinner plans if there was that possibility with The offensive zone faceoff, won back by UTEC. Controlled and dumped in. Sask to the strong side of the left-handed defender, rimmed around. Forward's going to cough this one up along the wall, though, but it bounces away, and out comes Saskatchewan into the offensive zone with numbers. Everybody has to slam on the brakes as they weren't sure if they wanted to wheel it in or dump it in. They went for hidden option C, turn it over, and UTEC's allowed to dump it back into the offensive zone. Good pressure along the wall. UTEC steals. Pass to the blue line, and that one got through, but nobody could get a tip on it. Saski keeping everything to the outside as UTEC tries to set up a cycle here. Good play behind the wall. Saski keeping everything behind the goal. Good stick there by the defender. Breaks that up, and we got ourselves a penalty. UTEC is going to be short-handed as we'll get the roughing call, I believe. Face-off will come all the way down. We'll see what the penalty call is. As any way you slice it, Saski is going to a power play in a scoreless game. We'll take a break and come back. Back here inside the Keith Bodley, Dave Anthony with the call of today's game. Saski going to a power play. UTEC's able to pitchfork this one all the way down, and the Saski goalie had to be careful there as this one gets wheeled all the way up. Hale for Saskatchewan into the offensive zone, slams on the brakes. Spinning it back into the neutral zone territory, picked off by UTEC. I think Saskatchewan was hoping the goalie was going to make a play on it, but instead UTEC's got it down low. Good steal here by Sask as UTEC had full intentions of trying to kill as much time as possible. Sask comes up to the blue line. Everybody's just onside. As this gets ripped all the way down the floor. Quickly up center lane, broken up by UTEC, and now the captain of Sask bounces this one all the way down. UTEC goalie's going to cover it up and get a whistle. 51 seconds left, I believe, in the man advantage, although it could have been a 4-minute penalty. And they just stuck the 2 minutes on each side. Now one side is cleared, so we'll assume it's just a 2-minute penalty. So 51 seconds remain. Scoreless here in the second period as we approach the midway point of this wonderful ball hockey game. Back and forth these two teams go. Inside the arena we'll affectionately call the oven from here on out. As Sask forced to return all the way back into their own zone. 36 seconds to go in the power play. Good chip, but an offside forces Sask to give up court pressure, and now a clearing attempt is blocked. Centering pass is blocked, and this ends up all the way back at the red line. No shots yet for Sask on this power play, as here's a steal and a one-on-one. UTEC drives wide, but Sask able to hustle back and break that up. Knocking his man to the floor, but bouncing right back up. UTEC and Saskatchewan. Great reverse. Frees it up, and both teams are now 0 for 2 on the power play. Saskatchewan puts that in, and hustling all the way around is UTEC. They lay it back to the open side as this one gets centered, and it's blocked before it can reach the net. Far side wall, ball chipped out, down the floor it goes. And that will have enough for flooring. We'll take a break with 4:55 to go. Face-off coming inside UTEC territory. Thank you for joining us here at Keith Bodley. Dave Anthony with the call in this scoreless ball hockey U15 matchup. Team Saskatchewan versus UTEC as UTEC hustles all the way back. Able to regroup, and now inside the red line, Saskatchewan fires it in. 4.5 to go. Scoreless second period. Now trying to wheel up is UTEC. They're turned around by McGrath. Good defense there by the Saskatchewan team, and now forcing UTEC back into their own zone. Played all the way around as they try and chip this one up the wall. Broken up again by Sask, and now it gets chipped out, and UTEC forcing the issue. Just about forced a turnover, but will have a stoppage. A break, and we'll come back. Still scoreless here at the Keith Bodley. That is pretty neat to see that commercial come up there. Shout out to the production staff here at the Keith Bodley doing an awesome job as this game is back underway. Kept in by UTEC, trying to make a move. Good defensive stick though, breaks it up. Gets as far as just outside the blue line. So play allowed to continue. Walking in, off the glove, rebound! And that hit a body in front and stays out. Knocked all the way down the floor. It won't have enough for flooring as it ends up onto the goaltender. Across center lane and into the offensive zone, UTEC with under 3.5 to go. This one gets up the far side of the wall. UTEC lays it right back down into the corner. Saski sets up defensive shot, put on net, and it's cleared away. Back out to the blue line, shot from distance, and that one's off the butt end of the stick of the goaltender, but it stays out. UTEC puts it on again. That filtered through the blue ice, but nobody home, and there's no ice. As this one gets bounced into the slot, it's off a stick and out of play. UTEC starting to up the pressure a little bit with under 3 minutes to go. Scoreless. On a beautiful day for hockey, as it was cloudy and rainy when we pulled into the Keith Bodley today. Rest of the August long weekend looking mighty nice, and we thank you if you're joining us sitting around the lake, or maybe at the vacation home, or maybe you're just sneaking a little time in at the office, or maybe it's late night and you're cuddled up in front of the TV streaming this. We appreciate your support. As a fan calls for the penalty, the referee's arm stays down and play continues. 5-on-5. Chipped up to the near side and chipped in deep by UTEC. All the way in as Saskatchewan and UTEC hustle for it. Play kept alive. Into the corner. Bodies go behind over T-Kettle. And it's eventually flipped out to the red line. Bounce down and UTEC will regroup. Firing it back into the slot. Bouncing ball is picked up, and now it's UTEC that takes their man down. Play continues as UTEC tries to kick it forward. They do. Saski fires this one. It's going to bounce onto the goaltender. So no flooring. And good pressure there by Saskatchewan. We'll get an offensive zone face-off. 1:57 to go. Still scoreless. Second period. As mentioned, another U15 game coming up next year on your streaming service. Team BC Wolverines against Team Alberta. UTEC and Sask scoreless as fans implore their team, trying to get them a little momentum here. Some last-minute instructions from the official as the ball is dropped, which is a lot more exciting on New Year's, but still pretty exciting here, I'd say. As this gets slapped around, UTEC retreats behind their own goal. A little teeter-totter pass, and now it gets to the side wall and out. Here's the captain of UTEC making his way up. Man with him, pass across, but as a left-handed forward, he couldn't adjust to make that play. Back behind the goal, the captain of UTEC bounces that out in front. Loose off a body and ends up back up by the blue line. That howitzer has hit a leg and goes into the corner. Under a minute and 20 to go. Second period scoreless. UTEC and Saskatchewan back and forth. UTEC, a center off the post again. That is the third post for UTEC in this game, and it somehow remains scoreless. Final minute of play, not announced in the arena, but we know it is because there's under a minute to go. Around the far side of the wall, UTEC makes their way out. Good stretch pass. Better defense by Saskatchewan. And now a break for Saski, and they play that one off the side of the wall. Centering pass, and that hit a body, and the goaltender of UTEC out to grab it and get a whistle. Fans of both sides salute their teams as they push. Still trying to find the first goal of this game. We got ourselves a timeout, so we too will take a timeout from inside the Keith Bodley. We'll be back after this. Timeout is over. Both teams getting that critical last instruction, perhaps, as we look to open the scoring here in Winnipeg. Great atmosphere in the Keith Bodley here today, as both teams have a fair-sized fan base, and now we have the face-off that's dropped. Trying to rim it around the wall was UTEC. UTEC will wheel out as they try and one-hand this one into the zone. Picked off with 20 seconds to go. Ball back out to center lane. Gets knocked into UTEC territory, and UTEC will play it up the wall and now make their way in. 3-on-3. Sharp angled shot coming, doesn't reach the net. The final 5 seconds, here's a chance, UTEC in, shot blocked in front. UTEC steals, turns, fires, that's blocked, and the horn sounds. Scoreless yet again through 40 minutes. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play. Saskatchewan had a penalty shot that went by the wayside, and we'll take a break. We'll come back with third period action.
As soon as this is done, I need like 4 more bottles. Yeah. And you need twice that. There's some.
Welcome back inside the oven, the Keith Bodley Arena in Winnipeg. Dave Anthony with the call of today's game. Scoreless between Saskatchewan and UTEC. Before we go on, again, we want to thank the wonderful volunteers here that have made this event possible. And we want to thank the officials. Without the dedication and love of this sport, the officials, we would not have games. So we thank them and every crew that'll be out here over the next couple of days. We'll start the period 5-on-5. UTEC will be going left to right on your computer screen here on AOTV. The boys are into it, the crowd is into it, and so are we. Scoreless as we look for the first team to grab the opportunity to take the lead. Team Green might do it. Saski scores! Through traffic, Saskatchewan scores just 13 seconds in. It's number 91. Breaking things open. UTEC had a chance to clear. They couldn't do it. It allows Saskatchewan to come right through. And UTEC's done such a good job blocking shots. So 91 makes sure he takes a little bit off. He just floats it towards the goal, and it finds a lane through traffic and through the 91 of Saskatchewan. Gets his team on the board, and it's 1-0 as we get another whistle here, 18 seconds in. Good roar from the Saskatchewan supporters as their team grabs a 1-0 lead. 91 unassisted at this particular moment. As play is back underway in the UTEC zone. They get it as far as center. Saskatchewan tries to turn it up and can't. UTEC leaning on his defender. Saski those steals and sweeps it into the far corner. That one just about bounced out in front. Instead, UTEC regroups. Breakout unsuccessful. Sask steals. They played that one to the red line, just about picked off, and now this is going to end up down. UTEC shoots, and there we're going. High glove, but just missed the net. On to the near side. Saskatchewan plays it deep. UTEC looks to regroup. On the far side of your AOTV screen, this one bounces out to center lane. Here's a 3-on-1. UTEC with a man going to the net. UTEC shoots it to the near side, and that's stopped and covered. As we update the score, we apologize for the delay as UTEC tried to answer, and I think with that 2-on-1, what they would have been better off doing is shooting far pad and going for the rebound, but with Saskatchewan's defender closing off, the lane was kind of taken away, so UTEC just directed towards the goal. There's a shot directed towards the goal, hoping for a tip in front, but no dice, so Sask holding on to that 1-0 lead. Gets it as far as the blue line. Play kept in. 90 seconds gone. Third period. This ball bounces high in the air and we'll get a whistle. They're going to say it was off of UTEC, so play will come outside the blue line. 1-0 Saskatchewan. 91 your goal scorer. As that one almost would have came up into the broadcast booth area had there been no netting there, and one lucky fan would have went home with a game ball. But they have the netting pretty high up here, so there's nothing getting through that. Swing and a miss originally on the dump and attempt, and now this gets played. And another whistle, as momentum has been hard to build since the Saskatchewan goal. Very happy to have you on AOTV, wherever you may be across this fine planet Earth on this Thursday, or maybe Wednesday or Friday, depending where you are listening. It could be a different time zone. So play continues here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, where normally it's cold, but today very hot. As this gets swept towards UTEC's offensive zone, they bore their way into the zone. Swinging off, trying to get some space in the corner. Under 10 minutes now to go as UTEC tries to center. Nobody home. It ends up back at the point. Nice keep in there by UTEC as they set up shop. UTEC centering pass and just about freed up there in the slot, but UTEC unable to corral it after the original shot was stopped. This gets knocked all the way down, and that will be flooring. Quick break, and we're back to the oven where it's 1-0 Saskatchewan here in the third. Ball is dropped and we're back underway. Shot coming from UTEC is off a foot and into the near side corner. Around the wall it goes. UTEC keeps it. This one gets played into the corner. As UTEC trying to center. Good stop by the Saskatchewan goaltender. As he makes his best save of the period to keep his team up 1-0 with 9:12 to go. Good exit out of the corner by UTEC gives them a pretty good look, but the Saskatchewan goaltender is able to stand his ground, make himself big in the chest area, absorb that shot, and then make sure he's able to catch it before a rebound was to get free. This one is going to be a lot easier to cover up as it goes right to the tendy, and that one took all of 2 seconds off our lives. We'll do another face-off from the same spot with 9:08 to go. 5-on-5, UTEC versus Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's 91 with the ball and the only goal so far. He's going to wheel his way up, backhanded out. Robert trying to knock it down. Angled off, but Saskatchewan keeps play alive. Trying to walk through the defense and just about did. Now a steal. Saskatchewan fires that one off a leg and wide. Chipped up the wall, and now we're going to have a penalty called. As UTEC exchanges some words with Saskatchewan, a break from the Keith Bodley and a power play for UTEC when we come back. Back inside with UTEC on a power play. They win the all-important face-off. Point shot coming, whipped high over the goal. Good second effort by UTEC, gets them the ball back, low to high again. Shot coming, and a stop with the shoulder as Saskatchewan's goaltender has come up large. And we'll need to again shorthanded. UTEC centering, and they score! UTEC on a power play ties it up as it's a 1-1 hockey game. Good keeping in front again after the original shot from the point is high and over the goal. UTEC with that second effort gets Saskatchewan standing still, and that pass across right in front of the goaltender, so hard to defend, and UTEC taps it into the open side, and it's all tied up, 1-1. So UTEC will be 2 for 3 on the power play as we now are deadlocked yet again with just over 8 minutes remaining in the third period. Saskatchewan clears this one up the wall, trying to get to the net. Directed towards the goalie, knocked down, and that'll get a whistle. Again, with the expanded zones with that floating blue line, a power play can really get some control going low to high. And that's exactly what UTEC did. They won the battle down low, end up near the point. Shot gets through, and then good ball retrieval ends up getting them down low with a little bit of space, and they fire it across, and they make Saskatchewan pay for that penalty and tie the game up at a goal apiece. Off of a couple bodies, so no flooring getting called here. The officials call it icing, which may have thrown a colleague of mine off a little bit. as this one gets jammed in center lane. It's covered up by the Saskatchewan goaltender, and that'll get a whistle. 1-1 Saskatchewan and UTEC here in the in the third period. As the faceoff will stay in UTEC's offensive zone. Faceoff won by UTEC. Shot coming, and they score! Right off the faceoff, UTEC snipes over the glove side, and it's a 2-1 UTEC lead. Great shot by UTEC's number 12 as he set up just a little bit off that faceoff. As the left-handed shot, he got a little bit of space from the defender, and he used it to get that quick whisker away. And number 12's got his team the lead for the first time here today with 7:29 to go. So after after 2 periods of no goals, we've had 3 here in the third and maybe more. Saskatchewan looking to respond. Robert in. Robert has that one blocked before it could reach the net. He bodies up his man, and now Robert is going to take the penalty. A little frustration there on Robert's part, perhaps, as he lost a shoe and he'll have time to tie it because he's going to the penalty box. 7:06 to go. And a big kill coming up for Saskatchewan as Robert will head to the penalty box for what I believe will be a 2-minute minor. As UTEC has a chance to put the hammer down. They've got 1 power play goal already, and they'll look to strike again. As the defense of Saskatchewan talks it over, the offense of UTEC looking confident in what they want to do. They've scored off of a faceoff. They've scored on a power play. Can they score off a power play faceoff? No, because Saskatchewan won it and knocked it all the way down the ring. Under 7 minutes to go. Big power play here for UTEC. Massive penalty kill for Saskatchewan. Into the offensive zone. They force the dump in. Off the wall. It spooks some parents in the corner. As this gets bounced towards the side goal, out in front. And a good seal of the post there by the Saskatchewan netminder. Keeps UTEC just knocking on the door. They will not let them in just yet. 6:35 to go in the period. $1.29 in the man advantage. UTEC with 2 here late. Has them out in front. As Saskatchewan opened the scoring, they looked like they had all the momentum. There's a shot from the point glove easily. But a Saskatchewan penalty gave UTEC a little bit of life. They scored on the power play, and then off a face-off just about a minute or so later, tucked home another one to grab that 2-1 lead. Face-off to the left of the Saskatchewan goaltender, one back by UTEC. Little touch pass to the point. Burke, half wall. Back to the point, shot coming. That one gets whistled all the way wide. UTEC keeps it on, keeps the pressure. This will go back to the point. As the centering pass is missed by everybody. Into the corner it goes. UTEC pulls it back out, wrapped around, faked. Off the side, played in front, and that one chipped just high. Bouncing over the goal, Saskatchewan with time. Grabs it, grips it, and rips it, and hammers it down the ice. Under 6 to go in the third period. Quick ups for UTEC, gets them in. Cutting into the center lane, but it's picked off. And Sask knocks this one out and down the floor. 30 seconds left, says coach. 5:30 left in the period. All the way in and on. Big rebound. Ball's loose. and hammered into the chest of the Saskatchewan goaltender. 13 seconds to go as the temperature rises in the Keith Bodley, both on the floor and in the stands. 2-1 UTEC thanks to a couple of goals here in the third. Fans of both sides hoping their team can pull off a win in this fine U15 ball hockey contest. Face-off controlled by neither side originally as Sask able to glove it down. UTEC picks it up. Centering pass intercepted, and a nice job there by Saski to clear the zone. That does it for the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. As UTEC makes their way in. Big Saskatchewan kill as they have this one get all the way down the floor for flooring. We'll take a quick break here, catch our breath as we're in for a dandy finish with under 5 to go. Back here in Winnipeg, 2-1 UTEC leads. Into the corner they go. Good ball protection as they look to go low to high again. That's what got them a pretty good look here earlier in this period. They do have two, and now they lose this one. Good chip by Saskatchewan, but better defense by UTEC. Keeps play from getting too rowdy. UTEC, nice spin move there, and now out through the blue line, taken away as Saskatchewan plays it back in not once but twice. Cutting in on his backhand, loose for a moment after the glove stop, and then knocked to the blue line and out. Would have been a glove pass, but UTEC touches it and then fires this one into the roof. They don't make buildings like this much anymore. All character is the Keith Bodley and a bit of a low ceiling as the players have hammered a few into the ceiling for whistles here. As we've got just over 4 minutes to go, 2-1 third period. As the referee's got some corralling to do. As with under 4 to go, ball out to center lane. Into the offensive zone is UTEC. Knocking it down off the top of the glass, and away comes Saskatchewan. Chipping it in as far as the blue line, turned right back, and UTEC plays it on the goaltender. Into the corner, both teams scrum, trying to get something free for one another, but nothing really coming of it. As this gets rimmed around the wall to the blue line, kept in, shot to the net, and that one hit a body and ends up in the chest protector of the Saskatchewan goaltender. 3:21 to go, 91 for Saskatchewan opened the scoring. A power play goal by UTEC evened it up, and then number 12 on the face-off made it 2-1 for UTEC as both teams make changes. Face-off will stay inside UTEC's offensive zone. That ball was dropped and bounced up and eventually corralled now by Saskatchewan, who needs to find a little magic with the clock winding down. Good defensive stick again by UTEC, turns them back as good offensive pressure gets this puck to the blue line and out. Bouncing ball. Gets ramped up and just about touches the screen, but play continues as UTEC put it towards the net. Goaltender breaks it up. Saskatchewan in the wrong end of the floor here as they try and find an equalizer with 2:35 to go. Up the wall, Saskatchewan now will get possession, but they give it right away. Now this one bounces out, and again, UTEC turns him back. UTEC sawing the floor in half here, and a nice move has them away, and a good pad stop by the Saskatchewan goaltender keeps his team to within one. This one gets chipped into the offensive zone. UTEC back though, and smoothly puts that into the corner. UTEC trying not to take a penalty here with under 2 minutes to go. Third period, just a goal separating these two clubs. Rimmed back around the wall. Jumping in is Saskatchewan. Trying to free it up, they can't. UTEC plays this out and down. Good angle here taken by UTEC, but a better job by the defense as the two number 12s battled as they go into the corner. 90 seconds remain. Picked off here by number 14. Shot coming. And a cover by the Saskatchewan netminder with 1:23 to go in a one-goal game. We're going to get ourselves a timeout, so we'll take a break as well. It's Dave Anthony on AOTV. 2-1. UTEC leads. A minute 23 remains in the third. Back inside the oven, both teams have had their strategy meeting. 2-1 the score. As the energy level picks up here in the final minute and 20 seconds. Saskatchewan wins the all-important face-off, but they're going to give the ball away down low. Now they pick it up, but they're in the wrong end of the rink. 200 feet they need to go. Saskatchewan bounces this one out, and good job by UTEC to turn him back. Saskatchewan regroups. This one gets lifted all the way out and down, and that's going to be flooring against Saskatchewan, and that gets a groan from the home supporters as that'll end up 200 feet from their desired location. 53 seconds to go. This is when things get real. One goal the difference. UTEC clinging to that one goal advantage. Saskatchewan will try to throw everything in the kitchen sink towards the goal to find the equalizer. Kick to the side. Good ball protection by UTEC, who's happy to just eat the clock. Saskatchewan though steals and pushes through. UTEC bounces this one to the red line. They get the goalie pulled. UTEC has an empty net. And UTEC just lays this out in open space. Now Saskatchewan, the coaches imploring them to get going. 20 seconds to go. UTEC to the blue line, trying to force it out of the zone, and they do. Oh, they're going to say they didn't. Huge break for Saskatchewan. To the far side, Saskatchewan trying to get loose. It's taken away. 5 seconds left. UTEC is going to hold on, and UTEC will use 2 third-period goals to claim victory. A 2-1 final here at the Keith Bodley Sports Complex. We thank you for joining us. We've got more ball hockey on the way. My name is Dave Anthony for AOTV. A break, and we're back with a new game and hopefully some water. Thank you for listening. We'll be back.